Hi, guys. Welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for everyone. Well, it's for anyone who is drawn here. So, this message is for you. If you have any questions or concerns in your head, this reading is yours because you've been drawn here. You would not have been connected to this message if there wasn't a reason for you to hear it. So please go on and come on and join the live chat. It is not a question and answer session where I pull specific cards for people, but it is a time for us to talk or comment on what we're thinking or feeling, and especially with regards to the reading. So yeah, if you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, please check out my premier channel, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, here on YouTube. And that's where I upload 12 videos every single week. What's up, Miranda? All is well. All is well. Hey, Charity. Thanks for joining the reading. I appreciate it. What's up, Claire? Yeah, what was I saying? Anyway, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, that's my premier channel. So if you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, please come on over there and subscribe to that channel. You'll get zodiac sign specific messages, plus the choice of an extended reading if you like. And plus there's a lot of channel memberships over there too, where you can get full access to those extended readings, and lots of additional live chats with me where I will pull cards for your specific questions. So those are some fun stuff that happens over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot. Check that out if you're finding me here. If you're finding me there, thank you for coming over. I appreciate it. This is going to be a general tarot card reading. What's up, Sharon? You know, I've been watching something. Something's going on with YouTube. Something's going on with YouTube, because Sharon, you just said hi, everyone, and it was like held for review. So it feels like, and that doesn't make any sense. So it feels like there's something. Hey, Kaylin. Hey, Casclo. It feels like it feels like YouTube is really doing a security sweep. I lost subscribers. I lost a lot of subscribers. And then I noticed that my subscriber count wasn't growing. I mean, I was getting like 200 new subscribers a day, 100 to 200. Real recently, and until boom, this weekend, and something happened, something changed, and all of a sudden that fell off. And what I recognize it as, and I can't confirm this, is that YouTube used to announce, it didn't announce to me this time, but it used to send out messages to partners, which I am considered, or to creators, which I am considered, to let us know that they were doing like a sweep. I've noticed an uptick of a lot of fake accounts that are going on to YouTube and leaving comments under people's videos that advertise pornographic stuff. And I've noticed they're in foreign languages. So I speak English primarily. My videos, my subtitles are in English, and they would always be in some language that was foreign to English. So I don't know if on other channels that use other languages, they would be written in English, but I thought it was very clever how they were disguising these comments, which were really ads. They're like, come on over, check out this link. In languages that were different from the videos that they were commenting on. It was really tricky stuff, because when you first look at a language that you don't speak, you're like, what's that? But you'd always kind of see like something about, with the word in it, and I was like, it was really interesting. And I started seeing a lot of that. At least one comment every video I started to get them on, and I reported it each time. And that was going on for a couple of weeks leading up to all of a sudden now there's this huge sweep of subscribers and stuff like that. So I think they did a sweep of fake channels that were doing a lot of that stuff. And I think it just has to simmer down, and I think it just has to stop. So that's what I noticed. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that kind of stuff. Bots, DNA. Yeah, totally. Because these are kind of sophisticated systems that these hackers design. And And that's what's going on with, that they just put all these messages out. And then, YouTube, and this is why I don't complain about, splitting ad revenue with YouTube, or, how much, because they do a lot. They work a lot. They do brilliant things that I have nothing to do with. So this is where they come in and I think they've been very proactive on, creating new tools to protect creators, or help have creators protect themselves from this kind of behavior online. Like I said, trolls used to be horrible. That's why I stopped going live on YouTube and I started going live on Instagram, because trolls were horrible on YouTube and I was done. But then they developed these tools recently where you can, determine how long somebody has to be subscribed to your channel before they can even participate in the live chats. And I'm like, well, that's brilliant. That's brilliant, because trolls aren't going to do that. Trolls are usually not even subscribers. And if they subscribe, they're just subscribed for a second so they can hurt people with their words. And that's why I put tools in place so that I know, or at least I can try to make sure that subscribers, are sincere. But like I said, I think I shared with you guys, I have memberships over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, and my most expensive membership I had to kick somebody off of, because this person just started going into a tirade about how I was a cunt that didn't know anything, and I was a piece of shit and this and that, because I didn't agree with something that he said. And I don't know if that's a troll or if that's somebody who just melted down. Either way, you can only do so much to protect yourself. But they also do, like, for example, this message is held for review. DNA, who participates in the chats all the time. She's left a couple comments above. It asked me to hold that comment for review. And what did she say? Some are bots, but also some are just hired trolls. I mean, I don't really know what YouTube picked up on as this comment is held for review, but all I know is at least they're asking me. At least they're doing something to try to understand how people may act. So even though clearly I'm going to let that comment be shown because she didn't say anything that was weird or wrong. At least I know they're doing something. They're trying. Over on Instagram, it got so bad with all the scammers. I was done. And there's no way to report to them. At least YouTube has for creators, it has a chat that says, hey, get in touch with somebody right away. And then they'll start to email you if it's an intensive issue. I'm not saying it's a perfect system. It's not, but there's nothing on Instagram. You can barely even find the help page. There's nothing for creators to it's a hardship just to even report everything that's happening over there. So, at least for right now, I feel more comfortable and more protected over here on YouTube. Social media is always going to have those just evil people find places, man. They really do. And I feel at least right now that YouTube is doing a much better job. And so that's why I do my lives here. I've created my memberships here. I was thinking of doing memberships on Patreon. I think Patreon is a very safe system. Vimeo is a closed system. That's definitely always where I have felt safer, but it's a clunkier. It doesn't work as fluidly. And I don't think it works really well with SEO either. Being able to be searched and found on the internet. So what I try to do is, just work with what's going to help me the most. So I've found it really difficult to find the balance between getting myself out there, letting myself be seen, which you have to do if you create content for social media, while also protecting my privacy, and it's just been a balancing act. But I noticed that today. I don't know why I went off on this tangent. I think I'm just going to be going off on tangents, guys. I apologize. It says that the chat is subscribers only mode. Yes. Messages that appear are from people who've subscribed to this channel for 24 hours or longer. Yes. Yes. And remember, it used to be 2 weeks or longer. And I was like, okay, that's a little extreme. So I started to do 1 day or longer. And so far, it's been good because I haven't picked up any trolls that they're asking if the comment is okay. I agree. I agree. And even so, even though there's nothing wrong with it, I'm like, maybe they have to, but maybe they have to whittle down what keywords they're finding that might need to be reviewed. But the system's not going to be perfect. I'd rather be asked if the comment is safe than to have all these piece of shit comments show up. Hey Judy. Hey, thank you. I love you too, Judy. Hey everyone, hope you're having a beautiful day. They're also trying to keep certain topics censored. I don't know. Hey Jennifer. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't want to give up. I love doing what I love this. I love to do what I do. And I don't know how I get off on that tangent. But let's go. Events. Today is Thursday, May 19th. The moon is in Capricorn still, but let's see what time it heads into. No, it's going to be in Capricorn all day today. The color of the day is purple. And the sun is ever so close to Gemini now. This is a bit of a wonky period for Gemini. This week is in some ways they're very vulnerable right now. But I think they also have the perfect tool. They have the perfect tool to be able to see the truth of somebody's intentions. So that's something to highlight. Yeah. I just want to get into the reading. Let's get into the reading. Just checking to see. No, we talked about Saturn square the sun yesterday. Hold on. Yeah. Yep. And then we also Mercury is trine the moon and trine Pluto. That's pretty intense psychic energy. Like, it's weird. I've been very emotional today and I don't know why. And I figure I just got to let it flow. It's not something I could think about. I just have to kind of like purge it. And maybe that's the reason. Maybe this is a purge day. Okay. Fair enough, God. Fair enough. Hey, Tanya. Hey. Having a clue what direction to go in. Well, there's two streams of thought with that, Tanya. One is that if you don't know, thank you so much, DNA. God bless you. Thank you for your donation. One is this, Tanya, if you don't know which direction to go in, then neither is wrong, right? So don't worry about it and just go with your instinct. Or maybe it's a time for not choosing or moving. It's a time for sitting and reflecting. And Mercury and Pluto in retrograde simultaneously while trying to each other would suggest that it's a time for reflection. It's not a time for action so much as it is a time for inquiry. So maybe that's what it is right now. It's just a time where you have to like sit and think and allow yourself to be right here, right now, and understand things until you can really comprehend them on a conscious level and make your decisions when you are certain. I think the obvious is sometimes the hardest to see. And if we don't know which direction to move in, maybe we just need to trust ourselves and be like, then I shouldn't probably be moving right now, right? Maybe the obvious answer is the right answer, which is this isn't a time to make a decision. This is a time to allow things to be for a second. And then the decision will come to me when the time is right. And I think that is what a lot of us are experiencing now. And any decisions that come through very clear now, trust them, because very few are coming through very clear. It's a confusing time. But the ones that are coming clear, they're not clear because they're coming from your mind. They're coming from your gut. This is when our primal instinctual understanding of everything that we are and how we fit into this crazy world, that's my dog, will come out in your gut. will tell you yes or no. And if your gut is clear on something, then what I'm saying is it's taking a lot. It's like a psychic storm right now. It's taking a lot for messages to get through. And so if they do, they're strong. And you'll feel it in your gut. So everything else, let yourself sit on it. Let yourself, don't even think about it. The decision will be made. The answer will come. Well, and God bless you, sweetheart. Oh, I love that. You guys are so awesome. Thank you so much, DNA. God bless you, Anne. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah, let yourself sit with it. And don't think, oh, I need an answer. Maybe don't think at all. Just sit and reflect and let the air be the air and let the earth be the earth and feel the air around you and the earth beneath you. Good thing. Hey, Tana. You know what's interesting? I was just thinking about you, Tana. I hope you're doing well. I don't feel like I've seen you here for a while. I just hope that you're good. I hope that you're doing well. You know what? Just remembered, I got beautiful poetry written for me. I've got to publish it on my site. I got to do that. I totally forgot. I'm going to get that done this weekend. I promise. It's been a whirlwind with my family here, my son here especially, and I just haven't had the time to sit. And I do this weekend, and so I'm going to get that poetry up there because I'm really, really proud of the poets that wrote it for me. So, happy Thursday to you too, Tana. It's nice to see you. Yeah, so I would not be surprised if we're a bit confused, and the best way to deal with confusion is to ground yourself. Ground yourself and open your mind and calm your mind, however that works. For some of us, it's meditation. For some of us, it's yoga. For some of us, it's a punching bag. For some of us, it's cooking. For some of us, it's sleeping. Like whatever helps your brain to let go, that's good for you right now. Let's go on to some cards. You ready? So we have what I just said. Four of Swords is reflection. It's like the spirits were listening. It's this reflections, time of reflectiveness. Prince of Cups is here. This is an offer of love, or a message of love coming through to you. The Lovers is here. Ooh, bitch. Okay, hold up. I hate this is happening, Mercury retrograde, but this is a reflection. We're thinking about a love offer that was made to us. Maybe that's what it is. Thinking about it, or there's a message coming through. So maybe somebody from the past is coming back to tell you that they love. Oh no, you're walking away. Ha! This is it. Boom. Four of Swords. Thinking about somebody, maybe thinking about making a move because you're attracted to somebody, and then bam, you're walking away. And that is, I think, a common thread here. We're confused. We're confused. And I think the confusion comes from what did I talk to you about yesterday? It's legitimately about the universe is redirecting us. And that may hurt because what that may mean is we're severing relationships. We're severing jobs. We're being ripped away from stuff that we had been trying to use as tethers to our comfort zone as opposed to where God wanted us to go. And that's why I'm telling you that, yeah, there's a lot of confusion here because we're scared, because we don't know, because we're legitimately on a river of faith right now, and we are not in control. We're not. So that's when you just got to give over. Give over. We have swiftness. Everything's happening really quickly. We have 8-8. Right? It happens really quickly. A decision is made really quickly to move on, to move in a different direction. We have 5 of Wands here. Baby, are you okay? We have 5 of Wands. There's some sort of strife or conflict that maybe we're dealing with. What? And then we have the Judgment card here, which is a decision that's been made. You've been selected. You've been chosen. Maybe feeling like you're getting a second life, or you're realizing who you are again. And then we have 8 of Swords. Isolated, being broke. Something once again. What? We have 888. Something's about to become very clear to us, because the 8 of Swords is being left behind. I just said something's about to become very clear to us, and look what comes out. That's crazy. 2020. Ooh, what about 2020? There was a hangman time. There was a waiting period. Something was held up for a lot of us. Yeah. Looking at something from a different perspective. Looking at things from a different point of view. King of Swords. Now there's a judgment. There's a clear decision. There's a clear purpose. Guys, what is this telling me? There's clarity here. It's like the fog is thickest right before we break through. But there's definitely some clarity here. These 5 of Wands as a central energy means we feel conflicted. Means maybe we don't know what's important to us, or we've been struggling understanding what we're passionate about, or if we really love what we love, or we thought we were passionate about something, but then another passion conflicts. Maybe we have conflicting passions. Like, where do I put my energy? It's like something is always competing for my energy. My energy right now is fragmented. That's the central energy. And here it's saying that maybe we're separating from a lover. We have to move forward in a different direction. We were scared. Maybe we were holding on or clinging to our relationship because we didn't want to make a decision. And now we've realized, well, we have to make a decision. This is when we're finally realized, yes, this is why everything is happening. This is why everything wasn't strong. This is why I was fragmented and maybe falling apart. Is because I really wasn't confused. Because for me, I've told you this before, confusion exists, but it's a confusion is the bubble wrap of what we know to be true, but don't want to admit to ourselves. And so we get confused because we start to argue with ourselves, which throws ourselves into confusion because we're severing ourself from ourself. Ourself is telling us what the right decision is, but because we don't want to hear that decision, we're starting to question it. And it's like, like a cross-examination or like an interrogator. It's like now you're intentionally trying to put something into doubt so that you don't have to deal with the truth of it, or that the truth of it gets marred. And that's what confusion is, because under confusion, we absolutely know what the fuck is going on. We know what the fucking truth about ourselves is. And this is us becoming content with that truth. This is us becoming clear. And whether we're scared or not, it doesn't matter. Maybe we're afraid, but we're going to move forward regardless. When I'm afraid, I can still take a step forward, right? And that's kind of where we are right now, being like, okay, it becomes very clear that we're fragmenting ourselves in a way. And the way to bring us all back together again is to just realize what we didn't want to realize, what we were fighting internally inside of ourselves. And the more strife we had outside of ourselves reflects that there's something inside of ourselves that was fragmented that we didn't want to face. That connection is there right now. And that's becoming very evident and very clear and very conscious so that we can do something about it. And this is everything coming into consciousness so we can make some actual decisions about the real shit. Let's go to the moon card. A fiery climax approaches, a time for healing. So this is a balsamic moon. I think we just had those. I think they're also called dark moons. I think we had that. Maybe it was a black moon. It's like the second new moon in a month. We had that last month in April. So something is saying that there was a fiery climax. Remember, last month was also Aries season, but I think the balsamic moon happened in Taurus season, but it still happened in April. It's legitimately like something happened then. Something started then. That's coming out now. Um, and it's beautiful. It's healing. It's healing. It's also a reminder that there's a new moon coming up, and I've been getting a lot of references in the readings to that new moon. So I feel like something is like a new beginning. If we're talking about new beginnings, it will happen there. It will start around that time. You're welcome, the Traveling Blossom. I'm glad you're here, Jennifer. Inspire the Dreams. Hi to you. Hey, Lynn. Gotcha, Lynn. I'll tell you why, because all of us, well, first of all, Saturn is once again squared the sun. And wherever the sun is, but Saturn is square to the sun. And wherever the sun is, it's going to feel that. It's going to feel that. If your sun is in Leo, the sun right now, Saturn is in Aquarius. If your sun is in Leo, then Saturn is now square the sun in Taurus. It would be in complete opposition to the sun if it's in Leo. I mean, depending on what degree it's in. That's fair to say. Some of you guys may be a little bit easier. But yeah, as a Leo, up through June 3rd, there's going to be a lot of confusion right now, kind of a lot of chaos. Because Saturn is hard on you, hard on the Saturn and the sun square is hard. And even if that's not a lot, well, it will ultimately matter how it's aligning in your chart right now, but it's going to be difficult. It's a difficult position for Leos. It's a difficult position, I would argue, for all fixed signs. Check this out. 2 and Phoenix. There's a connection that's rising again. Could be between two people. Could be between point A and point B. What I see is the nodes, it's like nodes are connecting again. The pathway is clear. And remember, the South Node is in Scorpio. So that's where we begin, but it's coming out to the surface. Think of the nodes. Scorpio, everything's happening beneath the surface. Taurus, everything happens at the surface. So things are coming to the surface. They're rising again. But this is speaking, I got to say, in the midst of all this confusion and chaos, this is speaking of a second chance. This is speaking of a second chance. There. There's lots of conflict, feeling like people are tearing at us from every direction. Feeling in conflict. But feeling like we're being attacked, like feeling like we're being torn at in all different directions. Why? We're letting everybody else have too much influence on our minds. Now you have to empower yourself to do what you want without the guilt, without feeling wrong or mean or nothing. Like, fuck that shit. Don't even give them access to you. These are peddly little fuckers that have so much access because she was stupid enough to give piddly people access to her. It's like, stop poking me, prodding me, and digging at me, or thinking that you even have a right to touch me. Like, get your inner bitch out and put people in their place. Because that's what gets me. There's so much strife and fear and sadness in this girl. But it's like, come on, man, you're bigger than them. Just fucking smack them. You got to rediscover your power. And that's what this is. It's about rediscovering your power and connecting the dots and realizing, I'm going to show you something. The tension's rising. Something that happens next week is a lot of energy drops into Aries. I just did a huge reading for Aries recently. Yeah, yesterday's reading for Aries was off the hook. It was pretty incredible. Because Aries is like, there's 5 planets that are going to be in Aries, I think, next Wednesday. Insane, but also insane for all of us, because Aries, that push to the first house is going to make us all feel whoosh. Boy, are we going to take fucking action. It's a rush of courage. And especially fight. You're going to get your fight back. I don't necessarily mean literally, but you're going to get your fight back. Boom. Push. Get the fuck out of my way. You're not going to let the universe or life kick you in the ass anymore. This is a huge push of energy forward of like, then fuck you, and just move forward. How will you care about anything that happens around you when all you're thinking about is moving forward? The push is coming. That energy is coming. So that Aries reading is actually exceptionally important for everybody to watch, because it's going to, that kind of energy in one house. I mean, we had it a couple of weeks ago, all in Pisces, and now it's boom, all in Aries. The important part about all in Aries is like the upswing. Aries is, it just dropped in, new birth, new, fresh, something has just started. So it's got brand new energy and fucking momentum. And that wave is like, boom, that's ground fucking zero for a new fucking start. In an insane way. Brand new. About to clear everything out. We have spring. See your seed. What'd I tell you? We're still in the spring. So a new beginning. It's just about to pop off. About to jump into something. Autumn, release the old and reset. That's really interesting, because this is like Taurus, Scorpio energy. This sentence. So in other words, it's telling us a time zone, time frame, spring to autumn. See your seeds grow, release the old, and rest. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. It's also telling me that you're going to have to really fight hard for something. Bring out your battle skills between now and spring. This is Pluto retrograde. And let me tell you, it's worth the fight. It's all that's happening to you is teaching you how to bring back your fight, how to bring back your power, how to stop being afraid of who you are. We're so afraid of who we are. Certain people especially have to be afraid of who they are, because maybe they don't fit into the social norms. There's a bum rush and a fight to move forward and to end that. And so now it's coming. It's almost like the rise of the divine masculine again. We started to get the rise of the divine feminine, and then we got the toxic feminine, the dark feminine, the devourer. And that's real toxic. And we saw real toxic masculinity too. Right? The conqueror, the ruthless crusher, the ruthless imperialist. Really, really unbalanced and unhealthy energy. And now it's almost like finding the actual warrior, because warriors are fighters and they're strong, but they're also receptive to everything around them, which is why they fight so well, because they remain open to communications. The warrior is not the soldier. The warrior is the person who knows how to fight with others, but is not mind controlled by others. It's the perfect balance, and that's coming back. Those that control soldiers fear individuality. Those that insist on wide open, no gates, no boundaries, are people who fear self-control. Neither are healthy. Both are really, really unnatural and unbalanced. So the warrior is a perfect balance of both, because the warrior is ready to fight, but he knows when he needs to and knows when he doesn't need to. So we're going to see an upkick of a wise warrior, because remember, Chiron is also in Aries. And Chiron is a great thing to have in Aries, because Chiron is a warrior, but he's a wounded one. And he's learned from his own mistakes and his own shit. So now we have the sage that is the warrior. And that's some really beautiful, healthy, healing energy. Springtime, we're just getting our power back. We're just getting our personal authority back by, interesting, the new moon in the fall, probably sometime around October. This is when something is very clearly done and finished, and we're finally ready to let go of it and embrace that we need something different publicly. I don't know why this reading is coming out, but whoever needs to hear it. Make time for self-care has just come out. Make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now, so don't push. Value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. Self-care and self-worth. And you can start with self-care. Even if you don't feel worthy, start to take care of yourself. Start to make time and put away money to care for yourself, and start actively caring for yourself. And you'll start to be telling yourself that you're worth something, and your self-worth will rise. You can start from the outside and work inward. Self-care has to start now. Where have we let who we are slip through our fingers? And then we have revealing your true self. As you allow others to know the real you, you'll feel love for who you truly are, but it was in reverse, which means we were not being our true selves. We were hiding everything that we are. The beast has got to meet the light. They've got to meld together. Something about our true nature, we were not showing, we were not revealing, we were not sharing, we were repressing. And ultimately, this is what we need to heal from, to remember that no sides of us are ugly, even the ugly. We don't sever ourselves and still expect ourselves to be strong. Stop dividing who you are. Own who you are. Stop fearing those sides of you that are not maybe socially acceptable, like something like that. Ultimately, this is not like the purge, man. Actually, it's very different, because it's not making excuses or allowing the beast to run wild. It's finding that harmony that will lull the beast into harmony as well. Finding that harmony. Start with self-care. Even if you hate yourself, decide to go brush your teeth. Even if you hate yourself, decide to go just drink a glass of water right now. Even if you hate yourself, go put your feet in the earth. Even if you hate yourself, if you can, go schedule a massage. Even if you hate yourself, if you can, go sit by a beach or watch the sunrise. Even if you hate yourself, go take some vitamins with that glass of water. Even if you hate yourself, go for a 5-minute walk when you can after work. Anything you can do to start prioritizing who you are, yourself, your body, your mindset, it will start bringing you around to a sense of personal value. You won't believe it at first. For the first few days, it won't get through, but it'll start sinking in when you start telling yourself, I'm worth it, I'm valuable, I deserve this time, this space for myself. Then, yeah, the more you make that space and time for yourself, the more value you are committing to yourself. And your body and your mind will start to get that message instead of the message of, no, I need to do this. I need to do this for this person, do this for this person. So I'm not worth anything, am I? Take time for you. We'll start there. Truth. Oh, trust. I thought it said truth. Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. Surrender. There is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. So go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. Achievement. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. Imagine. Clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. Get ready. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being on here. I feel the boom coming too, Tana. Do it, Tina, please, because the moon is about to drop into Aries next week. And it drops in at the same time Mars does. And Mars coming back to Aries is like the sun dropping into Leo. It is a fucking atom bomb. Like, listen to that reading because the moon is coming with Mars. You're welcome so much, Tina. I'm glad I could help out with that. I think Cancerian men have a lot of challenges. They're very challenged with their position in life. And if you know any of them, you'll see that in true Cancerian fashion, one thing that they are very, very sure about is their children, which is heartwarming and beautiful. Cancerians, male and female, are going to always be certain about their children, or anything they consider a child, including a business. But they can get really caught up. They have a hard time balancing out that masculine and feminine energy. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, DNA. And God bless you. Charity, you're welcome so much. Thank you to the angels. Amen. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Aries moon, Cat, go watch that Aries message. So important. I hope you guys have a great day. What if you are unsure? Then sit with it. Sit. I was talking about this just a second ago, earlier on in the reading, Jennifer. If you are uncertain, then it just means you're not ready to make a decision. Then it literally is so easy. When you're uncertain, not confused, but you're really sincerely uncertain, legitimately, Jennifer, it's not time to make a decision. It's the simplest answer, and it's like, it's so close to you, you can't see it. Don't make a decision. If you're uncertain, then there's just a sense of, okay, I don't know which direction I want to go in. So clearly I have to take in more information, and I have to just sit with it for a while and trust that it's going to make sense to me when it makes sense. So you just got to, if you're uncertain, sit with it. Sit with it. Sit with it. Just sit with it and let it grow and mature, and let it become certain in and of itself, and then you'll be certain of it. Hey, Anne. Aw, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Oh, wow, Kat. Oh, thank you for watching it. I appreciate it. So God bless you guys so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you can meet me here tomorrow, it'll be Friday. I hope you can. And I will see you guys then. Bye.